Hi, my name is Derrick Perrin, and I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and look at what I'm trying to do. I'm looking this next week to ride the Arizona 300. It is a 300-mile ultra bike marathon in Arizona that runs from about Mexico up to Phoenix. And on that trail, you have to take care of yourself completely. You have to pack all your stuff in, all your camping gear, everything. So it's a big challenge for anybody to go out there and do, and I'm looking to do it in the name of James Ragan and to help raise awareness for Triumph Over Kids Cancer. Over the last couple of years, I've worked with Triumph Over Kids Cancer, and many of you might recognize me from the guy from behind the camera. Well, this go around, I'm in front of the camera, and I want to document my journey along the way and my attempt to ride this pretty big challenge. And I'm wanting to do this in the name of James Ragan and the Triumph Over Kids Cancer organization. I just can't thank them enough for helping me along the way in my journey. So to give you a little bit of background about me is I'm a videographer in Corpus Christi, Texas, and in 2014 I was diagnosed with lymphoma. Right before I was diagnosed, I had been working with the organization, shooting a video of James, and he talked about being able to switch and find your assets that you're good at and using those to your benefits. So he had a tumor in his leg and switched over from playing tennis and went ahead and started playing golf and just took advantage of one thing was a minus in his life, but then he went and made it a positive. So when my hip started hurting before I was diagnosed, I had to stop running, which I was an avid runner and really enjoyed the workout and everything, and my hip had gotten to the point where after a long day of work and being on my feet, I could barely walk. So I went ahead and shifted gears, bought a bike, and started riding. So that was helping me out quite a bit, but then it still wasn't solving my problem. One day I was riding through a ditch, fell over, broke my hip, and that's what prompted me to go ahead, find out a little bit more, found out that I had lymphoma, and one of the first calls that I made right after I found out was to Gloria Ragan, and she was just such a blessing to have in my life, and to have a role model such as James is just amazing. So I went from running to bicycling to sitting in MD Anderson Cancer Center trying to figure out exactly what was wrong. Could have had one of three things. One was a sarcoma, just like James, so that's one thing that I got to meet Valerie Lewis, which is James's doctor up there. It was just amazing to meet some of his caretakers and staff, and then found out that I had the lymphoma and went over to the lymphoma department under the care of Dr. Weston there, went through 6 treatments, spending a lot of time in MD Anderson, have 3 kids and a wonderful wife. They were able to travel up there with us and go through all the treatments, and it was just a really good thing to have the background of working with Triumph Over Kids Cancer, knowing the Reagans, and just James was such a great role model to, I don't think I could have got through what I had to go through without knowing how strong he was, and just, he kind of led the way of what I should look to do and just have that positive outlook. And it was just so amazing to know James and to know how he handled things and how he treated people. And I just thank him for that. And that's why I want to go out and do this ride in memory of James, and also to raise awareness for Triumph Over Kids Cancer. And right now, all of my scans are showing clear. My doctor has released me and said, hey, if you can go handle a bike ride like this, more power to you. Go and challenge yourself, and I want you to be out there working out, being healthy. Triumph Over Kids Cancer has been such a positive thing in my life and has helped out me so much with my journey of cancer and through MD Anderson in Houston, Texas. So I wanted to take this opportunity not only to go ride, to challenge myself and to make myself a better person, but also to give back to Triumph Over Kids Cancer to help raise awareness and hopefully to help raise funds. The beautiful thing about MD Anderson and Triumph Over Kids Cancer is that whenever you give to Triumph Over Kids Cancer, MD Anderson will match. So it's almost like a multiplier effect. When you give to one, the other matches, and there's so many more funds available to help research childhood cancer. I would encourage you to help out in any way that you can. For my journey, I will be incurring travel costs to get there, to get back, shuttle from finish to start, and the food along the way. There'll also be some bike repairs that need to be made in order to bring the bike up to spec to hit a trail this far and this long. So I'm asking for your help to support me in my endeavor, and also for me to help raise awareness for Triumph Over Kids Cancer. So I would like to thank you for watching this video, thank you for supporting me, and thank you for supporting Triumph Over Kids Cancer.
You can help Derrick Perrin make a go at this year's Arizona Trail 300 bike race. He will be spreading the word about Triumph Over Kids Cancer and documenting his journey as he goes. You will be able to track his journey live as he attempts the 2016 AZT 300. Thank you for being a part of his journey.